Welcome to another video. But in this video I am going to make an announcement where I am going to cover a book, very famous book, chess structure, and in this book we are going to see lots of different pawn structure, and we'll learn how we are going to play against all kind of pawn structure. And it is not about from the white side or black side, but we'll be checking the plans from the both sides, how to tackle it. And today is the first episode of this thing, and we are going to deal with the isolated structure, which is very popularly known as isolated queen's pawn. And today's game, we are going to see a game between Vadim versus Rodrigo Vasquez, and this game has been played in World Rapid Championship in Khanty-Mansijsk 2013, and the position is already there on the board. So without wasting any time, jump into it. If you look at this position, and the main purpose of this position is to learn how in the isolated pawn structure, and we can see the isolated pawn is on d4, and in this isolated kind of pawn structure, white's d4 d5 break can be very powerful if black does not effectively prepare against it. So in this position, white has played a3, a typical standard isolated move where knight before knight d5 idea is stopped by white. So black's main plan is to go with b6, bishop b7, and then later on if possible knight a5, and try to cover up more on the d5 square, getting more support on the d5 square. Later on even sometimes bishop d7, knight d7, knight d5. So black will try to take a strong hold on the d5 square. But black played a6, so this is very slow, and it's clearly understandable black is slightly preparing for maybe d5 or b6. So in this position, bishop comes to a2. It's a very natural move that black prepared against this queen, white prepared against this queen c7 or knight a5 ideas. So black has played b5, and this is a very serious mistake. Black delayed the development with this knight bishop b7, a6 bishop b6 bishop b7 move, and in this position, even if we see that c6 pawn has become weak, square has become weak, c5 square has also become weak, and this is the perfect moment, and white has played d5, immediately breaking through the center, and white pieces are getting life. E d5, knight d5, knight d5, and queen d5. Now here the point is coming. If you take with the queen, so definitely this is cannot defend both the pieces. On bishop b7, I'll simply taking, and white is clearly winning here. So black has played bishop b7. It seems that black is holding everything, but definitely not. Black has wasted 2 tempi here, and white will try to achieve with it, get full. Black will create basically black will find himself in difficult position after this kind of move wastage with a6 b5. Sorry for the mistake. So here queen h5, and if we look at this position, this bishop is very powerful in this diagonal, this queen is very powerful, this knight is even ready to jump here, or bishop is ready to jump here, rook is coming to d1, rook is coming on e1, and white pieces are extremely active, and white is bringing all of the pieces into the king side, whereas black is a little bit still, even after development of the pieces, they are not fully organized. That is the point, that it seems that black has developed all the pieces, but black is not organized, and center is open. When the center is open, we all know, open center, the pieces can move faster. So initiative or piece activity matters a lot rather than material. So here queen c7 has been played. If you play h6, and bishop h6 is coming, and this is a pure sacrifice, and I don't think that black will survive for long here after bishop b1. So this is f5, bishop into check, and rook f7, queen g6, and it's already lost. So black has played here queen c7, and in this position again bishop to g5. White developed the last piece into the game, and after exchanging, again another piece will come into the attack, and we can see that f7 or h7 will be under big tension. Even knight c5 was also quite possible, where bishop g5, rook e8, and bishop d2 with a big advantage, where white is having double bishop and superior double bishop. I would not say only double bishop, it's superior double bishop.
Best of 8 GF
Where white's two bishops are very powerful, open position, and piece coordinations are excellent. Even this rook is also coming into the game, whereas black is kind of tied down with both of the rooks. So bishop g5, bishop into g5 played in the game. Even if black tries to hang on with rook e8, but it is also a losing. Bishop e7, rook e7, rook e7, queen e7, and now rook e1, queen f6, knight c5, and this is kind of falling apart. This, and now simple tactics is knight f7, which simply wins the rook, and this is completely winning for white. So bishop has taken on g5, knight took, again f7 and h7 both are hanging, h6, and a nice way to bring the last piece into the game. This rook was in open file and we are bringing the rook into the king side, rook e3. Ready to play rook e3 if you take, and you cannot avoid the checkmate. So last thing was to play knight e5 to stop this queen g5 move, which is little bit difficult to see, but in this difficult position that was the only move where you can hang on with this. But here also, but after still knight e6, f6, and rook into e5, this is still better position for white. White will get this pawn and completely better position with better piece activity as well. So black has played knight a5. It's a difficult final mistake in a difficult position. This knight is doing nowhere in a5, and I don't know why black has played this move, and here white played queen g6. A nice finish where this f7 pawn is under an absolute pain, it cannot move. If you take rook h3 again, this happened in the game, ready to play queen h7 checkmate, rook fc8, and again rook if e8 also doesn't help because of rook h7, and this is simply just losing. After that queen e5, but just checkmate. So here in this position, black has played rook hc8, and now rook e1. The final move stops any kind of king escape, and now we are ready to play queen h7, queen h8. This is completely losing, and checkmate is kind of unavoidable, and black resigned here. So in this position, what we have learned? We have learned that if you are not paying an attention to white's plan and not playing with proper thematic moves, then this d4, d5 is what we have seen here. It can be completely fatal for the opponent, and once the position will get open, we all know in the isolated queen's pawn, whenever the position will get open with d4, d5, if white is getting that break with proper piece coordination, then white will have an excellent initiative, and it is usually we have seen it is very difficult to stop this kind of initiative when in the open position pieces are just running from one part to another part and a very strong king side attack is coming. So this is just for today, one video. We are just starting out with this first episode. Next class we are going to see, or next episode we are going to see another video in this same isolated setup. Till then, please let me know if you like this video. Please share with your friend, and if you comment down if you want to see something else in my channel, and if you are new in my channel, kindly subscribe. See you in my next video. Thank you for watching.